Good morning, everyone. Just waiting for Facebook to officially set up our live stream.
Okay,
We'll see what happens here.
only you can see that.
I know. So, official good morning from Marie Miller right here. Hello, I am the Marketing Junkie located in Rockford, Ohio. For those of you who may be tuning in and are new, for those of you who've been following for a while, thank you. And I'm excited to bring a new feature to the page and to the community in the area called the Virtual Speaker Series, where I'm going to interview a bunch of local entrepreneurs and business owners and marketing professionals, and we can talk about all things marketing and how it's affected their business. And we're just going to have fun and some coffee. And first up is my friend Ty Coyle. Ty,
Hello, good morning.
I'm going to pass the baton over to you so you can actually share a little bit about yourself.
Okay, all right. So, good morning, everybody. I hope you brought something to drink. Coffee, tea, beverage of choice. I know it's kind of early, but everybody has their own time. So, yes, I am. I don't want to say victim number one, but I'm definitely guinea pig number one here with Marie. Excited to partner up with her to kind of, I don't know, increase some SEO, share some tips and tricks. Hopefully, get a chance for those watching now, those watching later to learn a little bit from her and myself, as also all the other guests that she's going to have for this series. So thank you very much for that. A little intro, I suppose. My name's Ty Coyle. I went to school here locally, graduated high school from Lincoln View. Class of 2001. So shout out to all of our Lancers and Lancerland. And since had went to college, moved away, slowly moved back home, and decided to kind of make my mark here in town, I guess. I don't know, but we brought our family. I say we, be my husband, Nick, and I. We have two kids, have a boy and a girl, 14-year-old and a 12-year-old. They keep us very, very busy. My husband works for the Postal Service. He's a mail carrier in Delphus, Ohio. So shout out to all of our delivery drivers and our carriers and our frontline workers through all this excitement that we have.
Oh, no doubt. How did
Yeah.
he get through Christmas?
Well, Christmas is the nature of the beast every single year, but this year was really, really difficult. Lots of shipping stories and disgruntled customers. Most of that comes from not being educated and understanding how the whole process works. So forging through, trying his best, doing what he can. All the carriers are doing what they can with what they get to deliver to your homes every day. It's crappy out. Please shovel your sidewalks and make sure it's a clear path, because they don't have to deliver your mail for you if it is not easily accessible. So there's a tip for you. So take care of your mail people, please. That would be great. I guess some more about here at the home office, I guess. So I am the marketing manager here for KAM Manufacturing in Stephanie Dawn, and we're located here in Van Wert, Ohio. Been in the community for over 30 years. KAM has a wonderful history behind it. Started in a garage, like so many amazing businesses do.
Amazon, Microsoft,
Yep, yep,
Facebook, all
yep.
those.
And then I'm going to add another layer of excitement. So rural Ohio, out of Convoy, in a family garage at home is where this business began, all from a woman. So we are family owned, we are woman owned, we are locally owned, with a mission of providing jobs to those in our community and producing Ohio made products, most specifically USA made products. In addition to the Stephanie Dawn line, which you can see some of our handbags behind me here, we've started into this new division over this past year and a half of PPE, including, isolation gowns, personal use face masks, face mask extenders to create some more relief off of those ears while you're wearing these face masks. In addition to other contact clients we have here at KAM as well. So we're quite diversified. It's really exciting to see our management team being the owners, working right next to everybody else. So they do not hold themselves at a higher standard than everyone else. They're on the floor. They are working right next to everybody else. They're pulling extra hours that many people don't see. There's weekend work, there's after hours work before work starts. So there's a lot of grind happening that I don't think a lot of people get to see or recognize. So hats off to our management team here as they're trying their best to make sure our team stays busy and contract work keeps coming on in and we're able to produce those products for our customers.
So, oh my gosh, there's so many things that I want to touch on because you made so many good points.
Yay!
So Cam has been and Stephanie Dawn have been around for 30 years. I just said it's proof that if you give a woman a she shed, she will create an empire.
That's
so
right.
All of those husbands out there that have those to-do lists, think about it, because maybe your wife is, creating the next big business. You just never know.
You never know. You never know what comes from a tiny little idea that might just completely explode. So I'll backtrack real quick for the garage excitement. So how this business started, it was first called Kim's, flat out just called Kim's, for our owner, Kim Adams. And she started with producing motorcycle patches, which then led into hey, this business is looking to produce some handbags and we think you would be a great partnership. Would you like to join us? That little partnership happened to be Vera Bradley, and we were the original manufacturers here at KAM Manufacturing for the Vera Bradley line. So that was a long-going relationship. Unfortunately, they came to a point where they took their production offshore, which then caused KAM to make some really hard decisions. At one point, I was told there was almost 250 people employed here, multiple shifts. That was just to purely keep up with that production of the VB line. Then when they left, that was hard. That's hard because family is important to this family, and to lose team members and not be able to provide enough work, they had to let many go. They were able to keep some. So then they were forced with, okay, what do we do? How do we work this? Of course, there were contract lines, but they weren't as predominant as that large customer. So in August of 2008, you can say, hello, Stephanie Dawn, because that's when Stephanie Dawn was born. So the Stephanie Dawn handbag line is quilted cotton fabric. Stephanie Dawn is a legit person. Many people think it's me. I'll go places and, hey, Stephanie, how are you? I'm like, no, my name is Ty. Stephanie is actually the name of the first granddaughter to Kim. So Stephanie Dawn is actually the first granddaughter to Kim. So the line is appropriately named for a reason. Family's important here, and it just trickles down through everything. So we were able to celebrate, I think this is 13, guys. I think we're 13 this year. I know, that's exciting. We have a teenager in the house. No, it's great. Lots of growth, lots of wonderful stories, many changes due to COVID, but we're still predominantly cranking it in online with our e-commerce sales, and we have had to redo a few different things that we're used to doing for the line, but overall we're doing quite well.
Excellent. That is such great news. And I mean, I think it's fair to say that any business owner, no matter what size or scale, change happens. You don't get notified, but it's going to take that refocus and figure out what you're made of and pivot hard. And you find that you're made of grit and determination. And if we can get through, COVID like we have as business owners, I think that the future is very bright. So let's talk a little bit about how that impacted the business, because you guys usually have in-person sales events and all kinds of stuff. What happened?
Okay, so one of the greatest ways for them to launch this line back in 2008 was traveling shows, shopping shows, festivals, on-site locations where they could present the bags, showcase them beautifully, touch, see, feel, wear, talk to the customer, help them shop. Ideally, we became personal shoppers on site per the event that we were at. And I will tell you, guess who was doing those shows on the weekends? the owners. So yeah, they worked all week long and then they work on the weekend. And those shows, let me tell you, those aren't for the faint of heart. We had specific production building the inventory for the show, in addition to the live inventory for our customers to purchase. They would take care of casing, loading, traveling, unloading, doing the show, load it back up, bring it back home, and they were right back in the office Monday morning by 6 a.m. So the work ethic that this management team has, it does not fall short. And that is one of the great reasons of being in this team. Really keeps me motivated to not only do my part, but step up a little more because of that example being set by our management team. We also would hold our huge on-site summer sale, which was huge. And I'm so very sad because I love talking to people. I love helping. I love, explaining and sharing stories. I mean, that was one of the reasons people came to our on-site location, was to see the family, to see where these products are being made, to see the team working, to literally step foot inside our building to experience what we have here in Van Wert, Ohio. So that was always exciting. Very disappointing that now we don't do that. We also don't foresee ourselves bringing that back at this time because the PPE division is now taking up the entire outlet sale area that was allowed on our floor. So that makes it very difficult. We also want to keep you, customers, safe. We want to keep our town safe. We want to keep our team and our facility safe too. So for us to hold this awesome outlet sale event in August, when I tell you people come states away, I'm not joking. When I tell you people would leave their houses at 3 a.m. that day to get here in line by 8, I'm not kidding. Some people made our point a destination, and that sale happened during the 127 sale. So it kind of brought more people into Van Wert. I love sharing this story for all you shoppers. So I had a couple come in from the very, very top of Michigan. I could tell you instantly when somebody wasn't from around here because I would make a point to try to talk to as many people as possible. There's a glimmer of excitement and a little bit of nervousness in their eyes when I would see them at the show. So I'm like, oh, I'm coming after them. Hi, I'm Ty. How are you? He said, oh, well, we left our house this morning to start with you in Van Wert and then slowly hit the garage sales on our way home. And as our car became too full, they would make it home, unload the car, and then they're done. They said, if we did this backwards, we wouldn't be able to shop very much with you because there wouldn't be very much left in my car to put in there. So they did it right. They went backwards. So I've had people from the other side of Chicago, Pennsylvania. I'm talking the northern part of West Virginia. I don't get it. I am a shopper at heart too, but I guess I am not that dedicated. So thank you to all of our dedicated customers that would travel and make us a destination. So the hardest part for this year is us trying to continue to convey the message that we are going to be strictly online. We've got some really good ideas and some promotions coming up for this year. So we've got some outlet sales plan. Plural. And we're really trying to utilize our email marketing a little bit better. We do a pretty good job, I think, but there's still, for all you digital people, there's still that chunk of like that missing formula, and there's no rhyme or reason. Buying behavior is completely wacko, has been for 2 years now. Demographics are changing. Everything is changing every day. So that makes it a little bit difficult. So yeah, we've had to rethink how to reach our customers, given that we can't be on site. Festivals are canceling, rescheduling, show attendance. If there is a shopping show available that we would have been at, the attendance is so low, it's not worth our time. We can make more money producing the bags to put online versus production, load it, travel it, unload it, show it, load it back up, bring it back home, and then come back into work. So you kind of have to pick and choose your battles. And unfortunately, that's not working so well these days. So.
Well, and I think that it stinks that that's the change, and who knows how that will be impacting the future. But this is our current, this is are dynamic. So finding those unique ways to reach the customers, social media, Google, email. So if anybody wants to join the email list, how do they do that?
Oh, so easy. So you go to stephaniedawn.net.
Got it.
There is a link that says email sign up and you just click the link. We have a page. There are some instructions on there and you just simply fill it out. We have a two-step verification process. So what that means is just because you enter it in first and you hit submit, you're going to get an email that you need to open. And there's a link in there that says, hey, do you really want to be on this mailing list? Then you click it. You'll get another email. And then you have to say, I do believe that is your final email, which will kick the third email that gives you a 20% off exclusive shopping code. So we do this because, and Marie, you're going to be very excited over this one.
I like it.
So a couple years ago, let me backtrack. Every summer we do a 1-week shutdown. That is so we can have some time off. The factory can take a break. Things can be cleaned, maintenance can be performed, and we don't have to lose production time because it is a worked-in shutdown week. Lovely day in July. I got a message from one of my close friends, Ty. I got this bogus email from you at work, and it doesn't look like your guys' stuff. Okay. So, I mean, this was at like 8 or 9 in the morning on like a Monday or Tuesday that we're off the whole week. And I'm like, oh no. And we're running this killer sale online.
Yeah. Oh,
we got hacked.
This makes my marketing expert part of me hurt. Like it just stomach.
It's bad. So unfortunately, we got hacked. We aren't sure how. It wasn't internally from my home. We don't know. But what did happen is we had our database hacked into. We had hundreds of thousands of emails going out, and our mailing list is very manageable. And what was happening is not normal. So thank goodness we have customers and friends that work, that's the way networking should go. Something happens. I'm so fortunate that this was caught sooner than later because I was able to come into the office, put a halt on it. Of course, there was mass, devastation that already began, but I was able to sort of stop what was already starting. Right. And that was a nightmare. So we lost, in the coming weeks, we lost about 3,000 people that were on our list before off. I had to remove I'll give you a ballpark figure, between 5,000 and 8,000 junk emails that somehow got blasted into our email account. So the two-step verification process is to ensure the safety of your inbox and to make it safe on our end as well. So we really want to make sure that, yes, we want your emails, and it is so easy to unsubscribe. Should you change your mind later, it's in the link. You go, that's it. So that is why we require a two-step.
And it's also, fun fact, it's also the industry standard because of CAN spam laws. So much has been developed over, the course of the internet, and we try to change, the industry changes and goes through all kinds of modifications, but I just actually signed up. It was super easy. I clicked the link, I put in my information. It said, hey, are you sure you want to get information from Stephanie Dawn? Absolutely, I do. I click the button, it adds me to the list. I'm done. So now I got my, where did I go? I just got my welcome to Stephanie Dawn email, which looks very nice.
And I have all kinds of good info in there. It gives you a quick little who we are, why we're this, what you can find. Here's your shopping code. You got 30 days to use it. Another fun fact is, did you put your birthday in?
I did.
You'll get a birthday coupon on your birthday. So we have customers that will be like, oh, come on, don't you ever have coupons? Don't you have codes? This leads me into, sorry if I'm jumping ship on how we're going. Those coupon sites that everybody's like, ooh, I want a coupon for blah, blah, blah. Many businesses don't give out coupons, and we're one of them. We exclusively control those coupon codes. So if you're finding that you went to Retail Me Not or Google or something and typed in a coupon to use on our site, and then you try to use it and it's like, sorry, it doesn't work? Because it's not going to work. We exclusively send out the codes to you through our email or a personal message from myself or through another email. We give coupon codes for email signups, birthdays. We also do product review email thank you card codes back in the mail to you. We also do all kinds of different things. I might run a, hey, help us, subscribe to my YouTube channel today. If you do it, I'll send you a code. So sometimes I'm constantly trying to find ways to interact with customers as well. So we do have coupon codes. It depends how much you want to help us out too. So that is the exchange for that. Also, in every single order, you get one of these snazzy product brochures that kind of shows you the line of products, gives you the color choices, some info. If there's an insert like this, guess what? There's a coupon code on the back for you too. So we have coupon codes quite frequently. I think people just get, I don't want to say lazy. We're just so fast with everything. I think we glaze over things and it's right in front of our face, which leads me to my next point of mom brain of forgetting my cell phone today. Completely packed and loaded, ready to go, excited for my meeting today with Marie. I even packed my lunch last night, had an idea what I was wearing today, and I unpacked my bag today to find I have no cell phone. So to each their own. Yay!
Right. We're going to disclaim 2020 and COVID on that as well, because we can. So talk to me a little bit about the changes. You've mentioned PPE.
Yes.
Like, so we had our crisis last year. I actually, February, I think United States.
I think it was February-ish. Well, we had heard things leading up to, and I think the things started November, December. And I say that because big events were getting canceled.
Right.
The murmuring began of, oh, whisper this, whisper that. We had overheard certain shows weren't maybe happening in January, which caused us for concern, like, oh, we'll see, we'll ride it out, we'll see how this goes. We then were getting customers asking, hey, are you making face masks? Hey, are you doing this? Why not? So the nosiness began. The part that became very interesting to me was this day and age, everybody is like a light switch. You either have results immediately, you can fix it like this. Oh, right, Marie? And all of you digital people, designers and marketers included, come here. How many times have we heard this? You just click a button or two, right? And it's done.
That's all you do.
Yeah, because that's how we work, right? We just click, 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 and it's all magical. No. So we were getting pushback from customers, not so much customers, just people, neighborhood that know of us, that knew of KAM. Well, why aren't you making those things? Why aren't you making that stuff? Why? And getting angry, getting very angry. But what they did not know is behind the scenes, management was producing time studies, testing material, loading vendors, finding who we can get our supplies from, what piece and how to design this face mask is appropriate. If we sink time and money into this, is it going to be a product to be purchased later by the consumer? And is it going to sit on our shelf and not move? So did we just dump labor and time into something that is just never going to move? Or are we going to take the necessary time and the steps to produce the correct product the way it needs to be made according to specs? Can our vendors uphold? Can we, if moving ahead with this, are we able to order and produce these items with materials depleting quickly at the rate of, I don't even know how fast that rate was, but I know many were like, I can't find elastic, I can't find material, I can't get it here fast enough. The great advantage for us is being a cut and sew manufacturer. We have well-established vendor relationships. So we did not have to, please, will you send us stuff? Like, we were good to go. We were good. Our management team was behind the scenes cranking out time studies and, does this fit? How do we adjust it? Do we need to make changes to this? Are we ready to produce it? We went through quite a few different styles of face masks before we found the one that would appropriately fit our production, our skill level, to our team members, and our equipment that's already available here in our facility, without us taking extra time and funds to something that we had no idea what we were doing. So that took a little bit of time. And I think that it made people realize, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said or done those things while they were developing those things, because I had no idea. So it kind of comes as like a coaching opportunity, I guess, to the community, and keeping them informed on, I guess, what we were doing here in-house as well.
Right. It's so hard because we do expect things to be immediate and ahead. And I think that, we become experts in our own industry, and we forget that it takes time and process and trial and error
Absolutely.
and industry research and market research. Yes, there was a demand and it was immediate, and everybody was trying to fix and come together and solve those things immediately, which
Yeah,
which was necessary. But at the same time, from an ownership standpoint, you can't just jump in and willy-nilly provide face masks, because we have to make sure they are protective. They
yes,
meet the industry standard, that they
yes,
can be produced as simply and as quickly and with low
exactly.
loss.
Yes.
If
And something else that we take super pride in is, you know what, if we're going to put that out the door, we want to make sure that it is good to go out the door. We're just not cranking stuff out for you to get something that's going to fall apart as soon as you touch it. Like, that's not the point. Why waste your time and effort and your monies on something like that? So with COVID hit, our team, we were, for the most part, almost all of us were sent home. That was a very short window for some. I think the longest that some may have been on COVID shutdown time off was maybe 4 weeks. But during that time, they were trying to make best use of time, materials, who we could bring back in, slowly train them. And then those trainers then trained the other ones that came in. And then once we had a more full production team on staff, we were able to spread them out. Some went into gowns, some went into extenders, some went into face masks, some went into the Stephanie Dawn line. Most of our team is cross-trained. So what that means is, if they're in one section, they're able to use their skills and hop over here when needed. Great idea to want to learn how to do extra things. Doesn't matter what industry you're in, because you need to be a team player on all levels. For you to kind of cross your arms and stay put in one section, to me, I feel that feels selfish to me. You should want to, help out a little bit here and there if you're needed. Doesn't mean it's permanent, but it sure is a help when you can't figure out who should go where. So that was really interesting. I think at first we were all, who wasn't nervous about coming back to work? I think nobody understood what to do and how to behave, other than like, hey, nice to see you again. Like, we were all so nervous. And I still think a bunch of people are nervous as well. And I think it's your own comfort level of, where you think you belong everywhere. So to each their own. I'm not one to judge you or anybody else. I just want you to be comfortable. And if that is what you respect, then I respect that as well.
And I just think it's really cool that Cam went through that whole process to make those masks and that PPE, and got a shout out from Governor DeWine.
Yes, we
I know
did. That was exciting.
that was really cool. So, from a marketing standpoint and just from a business standpoint, even though there's an immediate need, that doesn't mean you react impulsively. So shout out, kudos to the management team there to continue to do that research. And even still, I know that you guys ask for feedback on how are those masks doing, how comfortable are they, and what patterns are those all available in? Is it every pattern of bag, and where can we how can
It's
we get a mask?
very close, I'll tell you that much. So the interesting thing is, so KAM is the parent company. So KAM is at top, and then Stephanie Dawn and all of our other contract clients fall underneath of that. So we've been fortunate to have an online presence through Stephanie Dawn on stephaniedawn.net. And you will see that we are able to put these PPE products on through the website because they are made with our Stephanie Dawn material. With the exception of the disposable and reusable gowns, you will find sales information on there with our sales associate, Sticky Ramel. He is gung-ho right on in there, and he's helping us filter through those customers. So his contact information is available there online on our website if you're interested in those. But how you can find the PPE products is you go to stephaniedawn.net, and we have a link at the top of the page called Personal Protective Equipment. And from that page, you will see face mask graphic, followed by the PPE division, which for those that would travel to our on-site outlet sale, you'll be like, oh, there it is. That whole section has nothing but machines and tables and team in it. So I guess that's a good view for you. There's a link right below it that you can watch. The Lima News came out and did a really nice piece for us, complete with interviews. So you might snag a few seconds of myself and our other owner, Ollie Adams there, who he's not very, he doesn't like doing those things, but I'm so glad that he did, because I think it speaks volumes when you have other management team able to share some points of view as well, besides, you know, one person or the same person over and over and over again. So that was nice. You will see that there are face masks and extenders and the gowns. So the face masks we have, we started with just a handful of colors, but then realized, why not? Why can't we open this up to adding more of our handbag line material in there as well? So you'll find anything from prints like this, the paisleys, the very feminine kind of colors and style, to solid colors as well. So we've got some purple, blue, black, gray, red, green camo. I know we had a bunch of customers at first like, Ty, we need some dude colors in here because my husband doesn't want to wear some flowers. Now, to each their own. At this point, the one thing I do find interesting, though, is mask style. It's all over the place. I see guys wearing, my son will wear the whatever. He just wants one on his face because they kind of need them at school. And he doesn't care. He'll grab the flowered one. He'll grab the solid colored one. He doesn't mind. So I think just as long as, you know, you can be as matchy as you want, or you can be unmatchy, which is cool. Something else we developed after having our face masks online for a little while with customer feedback, good, bad, and ugly, pretty, nice, friendly, you know, you get from one end to the other, you get all the in-betweens. Many were saying that these elastic pieces were not stretchy enough behind the ears and they would fold and pop off. There's so many variables in producing this. It's hard to just make it completely perfect. So face shape is different, width is different, ears are different, spacing, the cartilage in your ears, if it's tougher, your mask is going to stay on. If you've got not so much cartilage, it's going to rip them right off of there because your ears will not hold on to them. So something that we developed, something simple, it's a face mask extender, Velcro end connectors, and they go through your mask through the back, just like this. You attach it, and what happens is this just creates extra space and stretch for you. So you can wear this to the top of your head, to the back, somewhere underneath at their neck, which this is really nice for those that need to wear it for more than just half an hour or an hour at a time. It's easy to remove. You don't have to touch it. We also have our lanyards that attach and they become a mask accessory. So we're fortunate to have multi-use products that can cross over and, you know, be custom for however you want to wear it, which makes it nice. And they're reusable, they're washable. Many of these masks you're finding are the paper ones, wear it once, throw it away. I can tell you, I've had some of mine since the very beginning. They're still worn well, they wash well, they dry well. So if you're gonna make an investment for something that you need to use more than a handful of times, I would suggest checking out our face masks.
Right, and you're shopping local because
Right.
right here in Van Wert County is KAM Manufacturing, Stephanie Dawn. Many people don't know that you're over there because you're out on, oh, what is that? Is that Bonowitz? What is that considered
It
right
has
there?
3 names. It depends on what part of the road you hit. It all has different names. So it goes, I think it's Keir Road, and then it turns into Grill Road. So
Grill, that's right. I did know that because that's on your business card, which is what I have been using for marketing.
yep,
Terrible, terrible marketer. Um, so I think what's really cool, I mean, if we just stop and think about handbags, the wine covers, the chapstick holders, all the different product lines that you guys had been producing under the Stephanie Dawn name. And then, but bam, COVID, questioning like, where do we go? What do we do? What is our next line of business? Because we need to keep people staffed and employed, and we need to
right.
solve a problem. The community's asking what it is that we're doing. And just to have such a nice, long, researched product like these face masks. And is that one of the gowns behind you? Is that what I'm
Yeah.
looking at?
Yep. So behind me, so to this side, okay, so I made this joke with you when we were chit-chatting. So like Jimmy Fallon was doing the show me your books, right? With everybody zoom in and doing your screens behind. Well, I'm going to show you the bags. So, so back here I have a small little display of some of our totes. These are our shopper totes. Some are in some retired colors, but I did want to kind of show you the bags.
Yeah,
So another fortunate reason, though, that we were able to stay open during COVID shutdown, some of the contract clients we have are qualified as, whatever the parameter was. I apologize, I don't have the terms in front of me, but made our production line able to stay open to slowly continue to keep working on those contract lines because their products qualified for the essential businesses to stay open in order to keep producing things. So that also brought our team back a lot faster as well. So we were able to adapt quickly. Maybe not super efficient at first, but again, nobody knew what they were doing. And we just had to work with what we could and try our best and tweak that process as we go. So behind me on this mannequin, this is one of our gowns. We produce 2. We have a disposable and a reusable. So this is the disposable gown behind me. It's exactly what you expect it to be. It ties at the waist, ties at the neck. It's full bodied, it's custom sized. You can kind of adjust the waist in as tight as you need it. I guess I could turn it around for you guys. You can see it. Just 2 material ties, one up, one here, one there. And it's like crunchy. I know that sounds weird, but again, you can't touch and feel it. So this is just basically used, wear it once, throw it away. Wear it, throw it away. We also developed a reusable gown, which is all white. It is meant to withhold up to 20 washes. And again, all those specs and parameters can be seen online in the personal protective equipment section, should you guys be interested in doing so. But what else?
and I put those links in the comment section so it would be easier for everybody to find. So in the comment section of this video, you can go through and sign up for the newsletter, check out the PPE, the masks, and the website in general. So I encourage you to do that because you're shopping local when you do.
Yes, absolutely. And what else is really nice is having previous sewing experience let us produce these, and they are up to high quality standards as well. So we were fortunate that we didn't have to have that testing time period to see if a customer would like to start with this product or walk with us on this journey. We already had the knowledge, the skill set, the materials, the whole oomph behind the whole project was already in place. So one of the fortunate things that Ollie was very excited about is seeing manufacturing facilities, especially cut and sew facilities, just were skyrocketing. This was a business, I don't want to say that it's dying, but the skill level needed to produce items in a cut and sew facility were slowly going to the wayside. Slowly going. This is a skill. It's kind of like your carpenters. It's the skills with your hands. It's the skills needed that's more than, the quick fixes. And I apologize if that's offensive, but sometimes your skill takes a labor of love and years of experience. And we were very fortunate to step right into this ballgame and be able to adapt accordingly.
It is just so neat to hear yours, excuse me, this Cam story, and just to see how everything is kind of changed and adapted. I mean, what the future holds, you don't know, but you do know that just given the history of Cam, Stephanie Dawn, whichever
That's right.
progression of the business, you know that they're going to be adaptable, because that's what history is shown us, and then the quality is not going to go by the wayside, because that is one of the things that is like part of what to expect when you use Cam, or when you buy a Stephanie Dawn product. So that's really
Absolutely.
cool.
And I'll also tell you that when you call our office, you get humans, you get real live people on the phone. You might have the automated system at first because you got to push 0, I think, to talk to our receptionist. But still, if anytime you need help ordering Stephanie Dawn products, you have a question about the gowns, you know, where are you guys at? We love talking to customers, and we are real people.
And that's what I think. I've been saying this for a while, but wow, you know, as we get older and the generations develop and the culture and society changes, you really just look at it and people are really starting to go back to valuing relationships again. You can't throw ad dollars at something and expect a huge return. People want to feel important, and they want to feel needed, and they want to feel valued, and they're not another sale, and that you care what pattern of bag they're getting, or that they love I don't have any of the names of the fabrics in front of me, but they love that teal quilted bag, and they never want it to go away because they love that color. It's their trademark.
That's
And
right.
you start to learn and see what everybody is kind of going after. But you guys really super care about your customers, which is I never want to see go by the wayside.
Well,
For
thank
any.
you. Thank you. And then that leads me into some marketing excitement, I guess. So when it comes to photo shoots and the models used in the line, when I came in, I made it a point to show that it is young to old, that it is not a stuck to demographic of people that need to love our bags. I wanted to make sure you saw young, beautiful girls grow up and morph along this time, and then also show that you've got moms, aunts, grandmas, you know, of all sizes, colors. You know, I find it very disheartening when it's a female product stuck and shoved into something that is an unobtainable idea of a product. Like what we have is such a great product. It's so functional, it's easy to use, it's great for the upkeep. The product, it speaks for itself. I can gloat about it all day long, but until you have a chance to actually have a piece of this yourself, you'll totally understand why. Handcrafted, made right here, sourced as many USA products as possible. We take pride in that, take great pride in that as well. So
That's awesome. And Ellen Rager has a question. As a
yay!
marketing professional and leader, she wants to hear your approach to the start of your day. What's your morning routine, and what habits have you implemented to start your day?
Well,
Besides forgetting your phone.
unlike today, where I was so excited and had it all planned out, only to forget, like, you know, oh crap, forgot my phone. So, Ellen, I usually utilize my phone in addition to all my other things I do throughout the day, but not today. So that's okay. Everything happens for a reason, and I'm not supposed to use my phone today. So what I do in the morning is, you know, positive affirmations. I know that sounds kind of corny, kind of goofy.
No.
But you know, it starts getting ready in the morning when your hair's a hot mess and you're looking at yourself like, oh my gosh, here we go, guys, let's do this. So basically, you know, I just kind of give myself a little pep talk. Every day it's different. You know, you can't feel like $1 million every day, right? Well, so I think it kind of just starts with I've always said GPS. This is my own thing and you can use it however you want, but GPS, GPS, GPS. guidance, patience, and strength for my day. That's what brings me back in. Focus is hard. Focus is like the little sprinkles that go on top of the sundae. You know, I would love to have it as the ice cream, but sometimes it's kind of difficult. So a few little positive affirmations. I work best when, you know, I'm not late. I say that because I drop kids off in the morning and, you know, their little human schedules kind of don't always work. So trying to be on time is ideal for me as well. So in the morning, what happens for me here at KAM, I am in charge of taking care of the website, social media, customer emails. I'm also in charge of printing out our orders every morning. I pass those off to our customer service office manager where she inputs all the data. So it's a team effort in the morning. So I make sure the website is functioning appropriately. I switch things over from turn the sale on, turn the sale off, add in the new graphics for the morning. So I'm also checking our company email, our junk mail, to see if a customer's inquiry has flown into there, because unfortunately, sometimes that does happen.
Thank you for checking your junk mail. That is one of the things that I do several times a day, and I've caught client emails in there before,
Yes,
and you don't want to
guys,
miss
it
them.
happens. I can't even tell you how many times we get angry customers. Where's my email? It's like, listen, let's walk through this together. I got some questions. And if you have a Yahoo email, Yahoo likes to throw their emails into junk a lot. I don't care if you've added us in your address book, if you've marked us safe, if you tell us it's never a junk mail, put it in my inbox. Yahoo is a huge culprit for that. So as good email practice, everybody, please check your junk email just for fun. You never know what you're going to find in there. So morning orders, I check also social media pages, our Google pages. I make sure customers haven't left a question. If they do, I try to respond. I reach out and like things customers have taken the time to leave us a message for, and that's the big thing. If you as a customer have left a message or a post or a, oh, I love that color on that bag, or this is my favorite bag, I try my best to timely respond. And I say that because it might be 2 days out, but I try my best, because if you're going to take the time to leave us a nice comment, I'm going to take the time to leave you a thank you, because that is appropriate. Full circle, it comes back around. And I'll tell you what I tell my kids. What you put out into this world comes back to you. So if you put out the good's going to circle back around and find you at some point. So if you put out the nasty, guess what's going to happen? So if you fall on your rear end and you're angry, there's a reason why. Maybe you weren't nice a couple weeks ago. Maybe you didn't hold that door open for somebody that had their hands full and they needed your help. So be kind and be nice. That's all it takes. So from there, my dailies, the first hour and a half of my morning typically is checking to make sure our website is functioning, make sure no orders have been, incomplete, just error messages, follow up on customer replies and emails, check the social media pages, make sure posts are going. We also hold team management meetings on Mondays, which when I'm done here, I have to prepare my meeting things. I provide our team with weekly insights, month-to-date insights, so we kind of know where our goals are going for the week. If we need to reposition our promotions, spice it up, maybe we yank the promotion plan and we throw in a different sale instead. So again, email is huge, and interacting with our social media pages is huge, because we could run a sale in 2 hours. We might not run one till this weekend. It's just sporadic, and we like to surprise our customers with those things. So Ellen, I hope I answered your question with all of that.
Awesome. And we've had Jackie Welch chime in and Kim Brandt. They're all tuning in this morning, which is fantastic.
Good morning.
So, hi, as we're wrapping this up, thank you so much for being a part of my morning this morning. And I want you to make sure you have adequate time to be prepared for your meeting. But before we...
Not till the afternoon. You're good. You're good.
Well, before we part, what is one piece of marketing advice? I mean, you'll find this video on my website. I'm going to share this on social media so you can learn more about KAM manufacturing and about Ty. I've got so much cool information about Ty's background to share with you all. But she has an extensive marketing background. She's worked intimately with small businesses, startups, with KAM, with larger businesses, in developing print materials and social media and a lot of different elements, which I'm excited to share with you on my blog. But Ty, with your experience in your lifetime, what is one piece of marketing advice that you could give to somebody right now?
Right now?
Yeah, today, right now.
Never stop learning.
Never stop learning.
Ever. And that is very vague. And I say that for a reason, because what I do is not the same as what you might be doing. You have the opportunity to constantly learn. So if you're here, if you don't learn, guess where you're going to stay? And guess what happens eventually? You start not learning and you're stuck in a hole and you get bummed out and your stuff's boring, and then you can't fire and make these new things. So always learn, whether that is reading something new, looking at things. If you're a visual person, I would anticipate you to do a Google search on color theory and look at all the cool colors of images and things. I was told back in college, way back when, that be a sponge. I know that sounds corny, right? Be the dry sponge, and then every person, everything, every experience fills you up and makes you grow. So I'm a very visual person. I'm a very artsy person. So the most random thing kind of inspires me, like my pizza pen.
Pizza pen, I love it.
You got to find ways to create something exciting for yourself that then can carry over into other areas, whether that's your personal or your professional life. So I would say never stop learning.
Excellent. Well, I wanted to just hit on that one thing that nobody knows about you is Ty has always wanted to be a motivational speaker. So we're going to take her advice today and use that as Monday motivation.
There you go.
We're going to be dry sponges and soak up all of the goodness. We're going to make sure our customers feel super important and valued, because they're the reason you're in business.
Oh, and let me add in, so never stop learning. And then would you be friends with you? Think about that.
Be friends with you?
I always tell my kids that. I'm like, guys, back it up, pull yourself out. And then if you were saying nasty things, would you be friends with you? Would you be approachable? So just because you're a kid, we're all kids. We all grow up into big kids. But yeah, if you're not going to be friends with yourself, then you need to keep your mouth quiet and your actions to yourself. Because if you can constantly layer and learn, you can constantly be kind to other people. And those two things will help, I feel like, always.
Excellent. Ty, thank you so much for making time available this morning to talk with me. I'm really excited to share this with everyone. And I'll put Ty's contact information. There's the website, PPE, face masks, how to order those online, but I'll put Ty's information in the comment section if you need to reach out with her or to her for anything. And thank you again, Ty. Appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for having me. I am honored to be your first video interview for your series.
Totally awesome.
Yay.
All right. See ya.
Hey, see ya.